Following the assassination of Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran more than a week ago, the war clouds between Iran and Israel have been steadily thickening. But this breaking piece of news that we're getting to you is perhaps the biggest indicator that war is afoot. The war clouds between the two countries have darkened. Israel has formally communicated to the United States that a large-scale attack from Iran is imminent any time now. Israel has alerted the United States to what it says will be a big attack from Iran any time, any day now. Israel and US defense ministers have had a conversation where they've shared details about their assessment of when this attack will happen. All experts believe this is the biggest signal of imminent war between Iran and Israel. I want to bring in India Today's Shivani Sharma for more on this. Shivani, Israel notifying the United States of large-scale imminent attack by Iran, which means it could happen any time now. It's been more than a week since the Hamas chief was killed in Tehran, the Iranian capital, and ever since then, there's been building suspense over when the attack will come. It seems that Israel believes that attack could be very, very near.
Shiv, this is the big update on what's been happening here in Gaza, and Iran has now prepared for a direct attack on Israel, and Israel has now apprised United States when the defense ministers of both the countries have spoken, and Israel says that Iran is ready for a big offensive. And in this regard, there are reports that are coming in that might happen anytime now, even before 15th of August. So next 24 to 48 hours, we can see a big offensive coming from Iran on Israel. Iran is prepared. That's what the reports suggest, Shiv. And not only this, Lloyd Austin, the US Defense Secretary, has already directed the forces to move towards Middle East. This includes the Abraham Lincoln, the strike group, which includes the fighter jets, the warships, and also submarines. The nuclear submarines have been moved already closer in the Middle East to retaliate if Iran just attacks Israel. And Israel is also ready. It is also internally keeping itself ready for this big offensive that might come anytime now, Shiv. So this is the big breaking update that Iran, which was wanting to avenge the killing of Haniyeh since 31st of July, now it is all set, and this big war, this big attack can happen anytime now. And it is also being said, Shiv, that this might start with attacks from Hezbollah, and later in the second phase, Iran will be joining these attacks. So this is what we see, that an imminent war is coming, impending war in Iran and Israel.
Right. Okay, stay with me, Shivani. Imminent attacks, are around the corner from Iran directly. Remember, attacks from the Hezbollah side through rockets and missiles have taken place in a limited way over the last couple of days, causing some damage to Israeli defense bases in the northern part of the country already. Could this be setting the stage, as Shivani says, for that big, large-scale attack that Israel believes will happen anytime now from Iran? We've got another piece of breaking news coming in now. And this is the big update that Shivani was telling us about. The United States is boosting defense measures for Israel in the event of a big Iranian attack that is said to be expected sometime this week or any time now. The US has speeded up the advance of a big naval force to the Gulf, to the Middle East region, in order to support Israel for whatever military requirements will be needed in the event of an Iranian strike that's taking place. The Abraham Lincoln, USS Abraham Lincoln carrier strike group has been accelerated. It is speeding towards the Gulf, but more importantly, a US cruise missile submarine called USS Georgia, or the kind of submarine that USS Georgia is now being dispatched to the Gulf. And this is very, very important because the United States never formally announces the deployment of a submarine, but now they have actually announced that they are sending a cruise missile land attack submarine to the Gulf in order to try and deter Iran from some kind of an attack on Israel. Gaurav Sawant is with me live. Gaurav and I remember reported from Israel extensively last year. Gaurav, this is perhaps the biggest message. The Abraham Lincoln Strike Group. There were two other strike groups while we were in Israel. Now, US going another step further and actually publicly declaring the deployment of a land attack submarine in the Persian Gulf is a big step.
This indeed is, Shiv, and this comes after Iran appears to have hardened its stance. There was some hope that Iran could be persuaded not to escalate despite Ismail Haniyeh being killed in Tehran. But look at three developments that have taken place. One, Hamas not keen on the peace talks. Both Egypt and Qatar have been pushing for that August 15 peace talks. But Hamas, after Ismail Haniyeh being killed and a hardliner, Yahya Sinwar, being made the head, is pulling out of those peace talks or is very lukewarm to these peace talks. That's signal one. Signal two is the Hezbollah strike into northern Israel, in which multiple rockets did go and hit, they were aimed at a military base. They've fallen very close to a military base. Several rockets beat the Iron Dome system. And three is the Americans then moving the USS Abraham Lincoln from Guam all the way up to the Mediterranean Sea, and USS Georgia with the Tomahawk cruise missiles. So that's a signal to Iran that in case Israel is targeted, there would be retaliatory strikes or there would be action that would follow. Because do remember, Iran-backed militia have been targeting US forces and US-backed forces in Iraq and across the region. So this is where things get extremely hot, and the next 24 to 48 hours may well be very critical in this conflict, Shiv.
We've got both eyes on Israel and Iran right now. Gaurav and I will continue to report in real time what's happening in that area.